say if we started early in the spring, we would agree to, you know, not expect payment until after your fiscal year starts, if that'll help you out. 'Cause it was a perfect job for us.
So, but as far as pricing, then, are you talking about
We're not gonna, we'll honor our prices.
so it'd just be whatever your vendors do?
They're gonna
They're
go.
gonna
Is,
hold their prices.
You can't control that.
Yes, he can. He can do the best job he can. So you're saying that if we did this in the spring and we delayed payment, or we made payment in the next,
After
Fiscal
July
year.
1st of 2000?
then it works for you? I agree with Bob. We were all solid in this, that said this is something we were gonna do. We went through a lot of meetings with the public, and, you know, to change our mind now, because we've had some other problems, I don't think we should do it. We can take care of this in the next budget in the next budget go around, and, you know, decide maybe we postpone something else. But I think as good business people, we should recommend to postpone it, do it in the spring if that's acceptable, and expect, you know, and pay in July.
I still say it's the same situation if you table it. It's exactly the same situation, except you are not shutting the door.
No, but basically
You're
what
leaving
you
the
do.
door open.
No, but Denny, what you do is
What you
then.
just done is throw
Then all you've done, no,
$600,000
you haven't thrown 600,000
you
away.
just did.
What you've done is left him in limbo, and so he has no idea.
Because if we table it, he's not gonna know if he's got the job
Exactly.
or not, which means we'll probably have to wind up rebidding it.
Denny, it's just like being half pregnant. It just doesn't work.
All right, then just cancel it. That's
No.
all
Well, the
here.
thing
But
is, you
I think
already went through all this day.
We did.
All the meetings, all the hearings and everything to approve the project itself. And it was a go until we found out how it was going to affect the tax levy. Otherwise, it was a go. By tabling it, doing anything else other than just postponing it, we're punishing him. You know, I realize you were the one negative vote, but the majority of the council approved this project.
Majority.
And the majority,
did,
which is
yes, I
how
did.
everything gets done, is by majority. That's
Right,
the
that's
American
true.
way.
That's true.
And by just either tabling it or whatever the case is, we're punishing him for having done his job.
Okay.
And at the same time, have no idea what we could have cost him. He may not even know that yet. I mean, he knows the two already, but, you know, either way, we're costing him money. So by just postponing it to do later and taking it out of the fiscal year 17, he's not being punished. And what the majority of the council wanted at that time is being followed through on.
I think too, if we throw him out the door, we're gonna pay for it down the road when other contractors say, oh, I'm not going down to Independence.
Right.
We don't know if we're gonna get it after we spend all this time or not, so I think we should, he's good enough to honor us like this. I think we should go along with him and
And he's done a lot of,
continue.
Came in under the estimate and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mine-
One week ago, about right now, we were all broke, and now we're right back
We're-
throwing that money away.
we've not ever been broke.
Well, we're
This
not too
city
far
is
from
not
it.
broke.
I want to point out that what we have the opportunity to do is honor the wishes of the council in moving the project forward. We also have the opportunity to mitigate the levy that you were concerned about, which I think we have to do, and you've already taken those steps. We can do both. You have that opportunity tonight. If we move this to the 2017 fiscal year, I think that the contractor has made a very, very generous offer
Yes.
to allow us to do that, and you know, so really it's a matter of whether or not you want to maintain the priority that you set, or do you want to change the priority? But that's what it comes down to.
I'd like to make the motion, we postpone this project till the FY17 budget.
I second it.
Hold on.
Postpone.
And that's all right with you. I've never actually heard him say that was okay with everything that you're
We can start it next July or before, but we won't accept payment. We won't expect you guys to pay us till after July 1st.
Yeah, that's what he said.
So how does that
I need
resolution have to
to,
read?
I need to back up because the question that you have in front of you is, with the contract and performance bond, I need the motion, if you're going to do it, to approve the contract and performance bond for the 2015 curb and sidewalk project Phase 2 for payment in fiscal 2017.
Yes,
And you made that motion?
yes.
Did I? I thought I heard a second. Mike? Okay. And everybody knows what you're voting on, because we're gonna do this roll call. Okay.
I appreciate you working with
Thank
us,
you
whether
very
whichever
much.
way it goes.
So did you approve it then?
And we're going for a roll call right
Just a
now.
moment.
Just a second.
They're gonna.
Yes.
Grover,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Holland,
Yes.
Linius,
Yes.
Vaughn,
No, I don't think so.
Hill.
Yes,
Yes, the motion did pass. We accept your offer. Thank you very much.
Make sure you get it in there, John, that I voted no.
Okay, moving right along. Next on the agenda is pay estimate number 2 totaling $179,994.32 and change order number 1 totaling $8,950 for work completed by Veith Construction Corporation for the 2015 street improvement projects. These are ones that have already been approved, contracted,
I'll make a
accepted,
motion.
and halfway done. Motion by Lanius, second by Dallenbach. Roll call, please.
Grover,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Holland,
Yes.
Linius,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Hill,
yes.
Dallenbach.
Yes.
Thank you very much, motion carried. Next on my agenda is the storm sewer easement. You had things on in your packet explaining where that's at.
This is storm sewer right across the street behind Hardware Hank and adjacent to Sorg Insurance. The stormwater is in place. There's no easement on record for the utility. These two properties, property owners did agree to convey to us an easement, a utility easement, so that we can do the maintenance on those that we should be doing. That stormwater system right now is in need of some attention fairly quickly, so we do have that easement. The only thing I would ask is that you approve a $1 consideration for each of these in exchange for the easement that they have signed.
$1.
Per,
I don't know if we can afford that.
Okay.
I wanna be
Actually, it
careful.
costs us about 4 stamps to pay the $1.
So moved.
okay, so that had to go with the Legion Building and Hardware Hank, is that who had to do it, not the insurance company?
Right, American Legion owned the lot
Oh. Okay,
on the west edge. The east edge is I can't pronounce the last name.
Teacup,
Teacup.
okay. And in your packet shows the area that it covers and the signatures that those both have signed off on. So do we have did we have a motion, get a motion?
Yes, you did.
And I'll second them.
Holland and Grover, okay, roll call, please.
Brown,
Yes.
Holland,
Yes.
Linius,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes,
Dallenbach.
Yes.
Grover.
Yes.
Thank you very much, motion carried. Next on my agenda is new business. Did I skip anything? New business. Set the date of hearing as July 27th, 2015 at 6:30 PM in City Hall Council Chambers for consideration of adopting a resolution for the vacation and disposal of property generally described as 11th Avenue Northeast.
Isn't that the road we're repaving?
No, this is the this is the road that got closed because of the railroad. It's up there by
Okay.
north of Gators. And because we did some
South of
south of Gators, oh, is it south? Okay, I thought Gators was the other way, okay.
So what are we doing, just closing the road, Bonnie?
Tonight, we are setting a hearing for next meeting on July 27th to address the vacation of that property or disposal of that property.
This is the street
Okay.
that we took out the railroad crossing on.
Yeah.
Gators can use this. As a matter of fact, the access on this would be very important to them. They don't want to necessarily lose that, but the purpose of a public street is gone. And so this would be to consider vacation of that.
Basically, it's blocked now, correct?
It's blocked
Yeah.
now,
You
So
say
this is just
the east end of Gators building?
on the east side.
Yeah.
So this is just a motion to set the date of hearing as July 27th. Motion from Dallenbach, seconded by Grover. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion is carried. We'll address that next meeting. Next on my agenda is the airport manager contract for discussion. Because the contract's not up. Is Jonathan still here?
Nope.
No? Because the contract is not actually,
Comes up in September.
yeah.
How come we're not putting that up for the public to be able to apply for it?
At this point, the Public Safety Committee did meet. We did discuss the contract and the airport manager contract, FBO lease. It was recommended that if you're happy with what you have in your airport manager, there's very little reason to change, and the committee recommended moving this forward.
Just seems like it would, it's a public contract. It just seems to me like it should be open to the public. And if they could still take anybody's bid, but they might come across somebody that was a little better and do it a little cheaper.
When, I was curious about that, Denny. How many times did we advertise for the airport manager contract with the previous manager? Every
Each
time
year
it
that it
came
got
up, did we
renewed.
advertise it?
Yeah, we did. Pretty sure we did. We had a lot of people applied for it. I don't know how they knew about it.
When he retired, but not each year that he renewed his contract.
For how many years was he the?
Oh, you're
manager?
talking about Jim?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. I
How
don't
many,
know.
every
Yeah,
year
I-
that we
I don't
renewed
either.
it?
I don't know. I wasn't even on the council.
I don't think we did during the